Greetings to you, honorable ministers, members of the diplomatic corps, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great pleasure to be able to address you on the occasion of Second Africa Water Week. I would first like to thank you for the great honor of being named Goodwill Ambassador for Water and Sanitation in Africa. I hope that my bearing this torch of advocacy will encourage other African leaders to join in this noble effort. Your meeting in Johannesburg offers Africa the possibility to now show the world that we are serious about taking forward the international declarations and promises we made last year in El Tekwini and African Union Sharm el-Sheikh declarations. This is our opportunity to show the world that we are going to set out on a course of action that will bind our deeds and actions in our words and declarations, and that we are collectively committed to a course of action that will address the water and sanitation crisis that hold back our continent's development. It is worth reminding ourselves this morning that 350 million of our people woke up this morning without having a nearby safe water source to meet their basic human needs: washing, cooking, cleaning, drinking. We know that worldwide, 1 out of every 4 deaths under age is due to water-related diseases. We also know that 80% of illnesses are linked to poor water and sanitation conditions in our developing nations. We must do more to reverse this trend. Too many of our children, and it is almost always the girl child, forego their education because they spend hours each day in water fetching labor. These hours keep too many women away from economically productive activities. It is common that women and girls have to walk several kilometers every day to collect jugs of water that weigh nearly as much as they do. This does not bode well for their development, nor the development of the nations we profess to lead. It is estimated Africa stands to gain an additional 5% of its GDP if we banished water and sanitation poverty. For every dollar invested in water and sanitation, we could yield at least $9 in economic terms. In Liberia, for example, we have made access to safe drinking water a priority under our Lift Liberia poverty reduction strategy. We have projected that if the Liberian government improves on access to safe drinking water and sanitation, we could save tremendously on the cost of drugs and reduce patient hospitalization. This fundamental approach to lifting Liberia is one of the imperatives of my administration. It is no accident that the East Asian tiger economies put investment in sanitation at the forefront of their national development effort. Their investment in water and sanitation in the 1960s, prior to investing in health care and education, demonstrates that those countries put prevention before cure. This success was reflected in rapidly reducing child mortality rates, while the numbers of medical staff remained low. The status quo on water and sanitation in Africa is no longer acceptable. In the time I have been speaking, it is estimated that 3 African children died through lack of access to water and sanitation. By the end of today, we will have lost 2,000 more of our children to water and sanitation related diseases. For as long as water and sanitation remains neglected, and for as long as water and sanitation poverty threatens lives and our development prospects, all of us are diminished. The time for words and statements of concern has passed. It is now time for action. We have seen the African Ministerial Council on Water and the African Development Bank set out an implementation action plan to keep us on the course we have set for ourselves. With the Global Framework for Action on Water and Sanitation, we now have an opportunity to join with our international cooperating partners to adjust their support based on our own efforts, our own requirements, and our own plans for our development. It is in this global partnership that we can question and hold each other accountable, but it must be a partnership that focuses our collective energies and resources in ways that will end the water and sanitation crisis. Let me conclude by saying that we look to your deliberations to set out with confidence, with clarity and purpose, the steps against which we will measure ourselves and against which we will measure each other. This is the chance for leadership. This is the chance that we can demonstrate this over the coming week. I look forward to hearing the reports of your deliberations, your plans, and resolutions on ensuring that water remains the source of our lives. Thank you, and have a good meeting.